Yo, my name is Zosh.
Yo, it's Young Static.
What's cracking, guys? This is Christian from Honda Vlogs.
Yo, vatos locos. This is Lazymangarage. And you know who you're watching?
You're watching Lazymangarage. You're watching Lazymangarage.
And you're watching Lazy Man's Garage.
Lazyman's Garage.
It's another day here at the garage. So what we're doing today, we're gonna change out those trailer arm bushings and clean this thing down and give it a paint. Man, these are bad. These are awful, Alex. What are you doing? Why are these so bad? Alex, what are you doing? Why are these LCAs so bad?
They're stuck. 20-something years.
Douche. So it took out his end link.
Do I need light?
Oh no, I don't need light. Thank you, Isaiah.
Do you need the light on top of that?
Oh no, I don't need it.
Don't need them?
No. Damn, that's bad. You see that? It's not how it's supposed to be. That's really bad. It's all crunchy. It's not how it's supposed to be. Okay, so we got the heat shield off. We got the lines off the toe kit. End link LCA is off, and next is the 17s and the 14. So that's what we're gonna do now. Okay, so I just got my t-shirt from Ghost Boy Aki. I'm going to open it and show you guys what's inside. So he's doing a giveaway on a motor called Killer B, and it has all the bells and whistles and everything. 4-piston head, pretty much new everything, new OEM this, new OEM that, aftermarket this, aftermarket that, titanium hardware from Vine. So in this we get a ticket with my number on it. We get a sticker, which is a dope Killer B sticker, even though it's backwards on the camera, and the t-shirt. So if I win Killer B, this will be my video for you guys to be like, he said it. If I win Killer B, if I win, and he ships it to me, because he said he doesn't care where he's shipping it to. If I win, this motor with all the stuff that I have for it will be given away. I will give it away to somebody local here in California, because I can't ship it, unfortunately. But it would have Nippon Racing pistons. It would have a polished crank, the GSR, the JDM GSR cams, the prototype 1-of-1 Circuit Hero spark plug cover. Apparently it has a blown head gasket, like Louis said. NPC fuel rail, completely rebuilt distributor. Fields oil cap, NPC hardware, hardware for the distributor, VTEC, headers, and exhaust. So if I win, cross my fingers, if I win, I'm looking at my numbers right now. None of these numbers are my. Got his trailer arm out.
I did.
You got that one. I got this one.
Yeah, Alex got that one, dude.
Got it all out.
Man crew.
Had the marked all the bolts to make sure that they're all done. All good, all good, all good. All painted, all clean. All nice and clean and painted. Even the line is clean. Painted that because when he breaks it, obviously this is gonna get all done and shiny again, so it looks good. Right? Right. Now I gotta do this one. Great. Unfortunately, the trailer arm bushings that we had were too small, so they just went like that, like my ex-wife. Alright guys, it's been a couple of days and I got my package from Jegs. No, I'm not sponsored by Jegs, so here are the part numbers that you will need in order to do this brake tuck. Two of these, two for the fender walls, two for the firewall. So that's the part number from Jegs, that's what it's called. right there. If you guys want to order one or whatnot. I'm not sponsored by them, so you also will need the nuts for them, because as they go into the firewall, there's extra threading here, and the nut will go against this nut, tightening it. So that could be, and this is what the tube nut looks like. The tube nut is these right here, which is the that's the part number. And you would also need the tube nut sleeves, which are these. So what these do, that's the part number there too. So what these do essentially is when you put them in, that's the brake line that'll come out. So the brake line will be in there flared, and it actually helps it seat. So when it comes out, it's like that. And the brake line will flare into the hole, and this will go into there like that. So now when you have your brake line completely done and completely flared, this will be able to slide back. I think, no, this won't be able to slide back. So your brake line pretty much won't go anywhere. It'll be stuck. So it'll be in its home, and then you could thread it onto where you want to thread it onto. So like this is going into the firewall like this. This is going to be inside the cabin or the cockpit or whatever you want to call it, and this is going to be in the firewall. Well, the firewall or the fender wall. So this part will be going to a hard line that goes down, so it's going to come out like this and go down like this to the OEM line, and it's going to connect to here. The nut's going to go onto here, tightening this up into the hole so it doesn't vibrate or move. So he's just going to have one solid line that comes down and does a straight 90 to the fitting. I also have new brake line clips for it, so I'm going to cut and extend and do whatever I need to do. I gotta get this up on jack stands in the front, and I just dropped the tube nut. Great. The brake line, which I've shown in previous videos, but I'll show you how to do it again. Sometimes the brake line has a coating on it, protective coating. Sometimes the sleeve won't go over it. That's fine. Just sand the sleeve down a little bit with some sandpaper. I'm fucking filming here, come on! Okay, so the fittings like this, sometimes the fitting will not want to go on because either A, it has a coating on it, or B, it's too thick for it to slide all the way up. This one takes a little bit of pressure to slide all the way up, as you see. Don't mind this. This is a hammer that's keeping my phone from falling. And so you take, now that you have it flared, using the flaring tool, which is at 3/16, that's your hard line. Your hard line is 3/16. Now that you have it flared, you lock it in place. Now that it's locked, you guys can see it's nice and flush. Then you take the sleeve nut, the tube sleeve, and you put it on before you even do anything. And that's how it'll look when you thread it into a fitting. That's exactly how it'll look, just like that. So what this does is it helps keep the sleeve from sliding all over the place, and it pulls this in, pulls the fitting in closer, kind of like an A. These are all AN fittings. If you guys didn't know, these are all AN fittings. These are -03 -03 fittings. So if you know your ANs, these are pretty common for you. If you don't, and you're like me, this is kind of confusing. So first, flare it. But before you flare it, always put, if you're going to use these fittings, always put the sleeve nut, the tube sleeve on first, then the sleeve nut, then the fitting, and you're pretty much done after that. The same thing goes for regular fittings for your brake line when it comes to something like one of these. If I can grab one. Same with one of these. So when you put that on, you always make sure you put this on first, flare that, and then when you flare it, and if it comes out like that, you're good. If it doesn't move, it's good. But if it slides off, you got to reflare that. Or if you reflared it too much, you got to cut it. So you can't do it like that. Hopefully that that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure this line now that I have all this right here done. I'm going to bend it to shape the neat way I need it to, because these are bendy. And then I'm going to put one of these at the end of it. So that way when it comes out like this is to the firewall. It's going to be like that to the firewall. So he'll be able to disconnect this if he wants to. This will come straight, and probably about right here it'll do a hard 90 straight down to one of these fittings that will go into the stock brake line. And then there he goes. He has a tucked, one line is tucked, and the rest of this, well, I'm holding it the wrong way. Don't mind this fitting, because this is going to be a steel braided line that's going on the end of this. So he'll have a steel braided line that goes to this, to the prop valve. This will be like that into the firewall is what I'm going to call it. And of course it's going to have the nut on it to tighten it up so that way it doesn't move anywhere. So bada bing, bada boom, you know, it's done. It's practically done on this line. This is one of two, so I'm going to get started.
I'll dare tell you what, man.
So we got one line done. That's how it comes out. What was that? Say it again. Say it again. Baconator. Well, how would you like a Baconator? And his line comes right through somewhere. I don't even know where he... Oh, there it is. That's his line right there. That little bung way back there. That's his fitting. So that's where his brake line is. Right there. That's his brake line. So that's going to come in here and go sit right over here next to underneath the radio right here. That's where that's going to sit. So we need to get steel braided lines now. Everything is cleaned up, cleaned as best I could. Everything is connected. There goes his line right there. I know it looks like ass, don't judge me, but it's still functional. So his line goes there. He's going to change these out to these steel braided lines, so that way he doesn't have to run this caca no more. And it comes with the bracket that can go to the shock, I think. But yeah, that's how it is. How it looks. Almost there. Is in. Fitting on this side comes out because he drilled it in crooked. Right there. That's his fitting. Well guys, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you smack that like button. Please make sure you guys subscribe for more, because we are going to be continuing to do his full brake tuck. Right now I'm inside the house and I'm going to chill and watch some Honda vlogs going on right now. If you guys would like to save yourself some money off of MPC hardware, the link down below tells you where to go, and use the code LAZYMAN and get yourself 10% off. The best part about it is you can use it every time you purchase something, so there's no limit to using that code. If you're in the city of Montclair, and you guys need some car parts, head on over to OMO Motorsports and let them know that I sent you. If you guys want some PLM headers, use the code LAZYMAN and get yourself 10% off of their headers. You could also get yourself 10% off of orders over $99. So that's cool. And if you're in the Inland Empire or around the world, if you guys want your motor done and you want it done properly, head on over to SB Machine Shop. Let them know that I sent you, and they will take good care of you. My name is Chris from Lazymangarage, and I'm lazy, so you don't have to be. Peace.